We'll begin sitting cross-legged. And I invite you to pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones if you have some flesh on your buttocks. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and hug the shoulders up to the ears. And then inhale some more and hug them up more. And one more inhale, pull them up. Exhale out of the mouth, let them drop. Let's do a few more like that. Inhale up, inhale up, inhale up. Again. One more. Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Drop. Good. And then maybe close the eyes. And see if the shoulders might want to still relax down a little more. Let the belly relax. Allow it to fall open and to drop. And feel the weight of your sit bones on the ground. And see if you can release the legs and let the whole body become heavier into those sit bones. And feel the breath flowing in all the way from the belly to the ribs to the chest. And then as you exhale, let the shoulder blades relax down the back. So on the inhale, focus your attention on the front of the body. Feel the front of the body lifting as the breath lifts and fills into the lungs. And then almost like it wraps around over the shoulders. On the exhale, feel the back of the body releasing down. And then on your next exhale, let the chin drop to the chest. So try not to round your back and keep the spine straight and tall and just let the head drop. And bring the chin over to the left shoulder and then over to the right, keeping the head down. So the chin is down toward the chest and then just draws like the shape of a smile across the chest from shoulder to shoulder. Maybe moving with the rhythm of your breath. The next time the chin comes left, circle the head all the way around. And try to make this a relaxed movement so that you're not reaching. You're just gently circling. See how little effort you can use and still rotate your head. Not reaching up, not straining. We're not trying to stretch the neck. Just the movement alone helps to generate the synovial fluid that lubricates the joints, which is important, especially as we age. Not that any of us are aging. And then go the other way. Do less. Do less, do less, do less. Soft. Good. And then come back to neutral. And then look over your left shoulder, keeping your chin parallel to the ground. Open your eyes and look and see how far back you're able to see. What's the furthest thing behind you your eyes can see? And then come to center. Look the other way. Reach back with your eyes and see what the furthest space or thing your eyes can see on this side. Come back to center. Now grab hold of your ears on the outside and pull the ears and work your way down the ears from the top to the bottom. Once you get to the lobes, pull again, working your way up. And then do one more pass, working from top to bottom and then bottom to top. Are you still breathing? And then once you're done, you can rest your hands. And then turn your head over the left shoulder again. And just see whether you're able to see a point that's further than before, or the same, or less. And back to center, and the other side. And back to center. Release the legs and shake them out. Beautiful. And let's come on to hands and knees. Place your hands right under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And you're free to come onto fists if your hands are happier that way. And just take a moment and let the weight of your body sink down through the arm bones and the leg bones. So really feel the weight distributed across the four legs of your table and sink into the bones. That'll free up the muscles, and then we can start to move the spine, starting with the tailbone curling up. Inhale into the belly. Lift the chest as you inhale into the chest. Reach your eyes up. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. And then continue at your own pace, moving the spine from bottom to top, both on the inhale and the exhale. So don't start the movement with the head, start the movement with the spine, and end with the head. And on the exhale, you might see how it feels to push the ground away with your hands, maybe getting a little bit more of a stretch in the back body. And then come back to center. Let's place the right forearm down on the ground, horizontally under the chest. Slide the left arm forward. Let the chest and armpit drop down. Relax your head down. And then pull your left hip back. Feel the in-breath and the out-breath, strong and long. Walk that left hand over to the right. Send your hips to the right. Feel where the breath goes. See if it's challenging to breathe in this posture, and try your best to keep the breath long and complete. And then bring the left hand just to the outside of the right hand. And then slide the whole right arm behind the left wrist until you can come down onto the right shoulder. Cross the feet at the ankles. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, press down into the left hand, roll toward the back of your head, and then send the left arm up. Perhaps it can even go beyond vertical into the space behind you. And then as you inhale, squeeze the ankles. Exhale, relax. Inhale, squeeze, breathe deep. Exhale, twist. Return that left hand down. Press yourself up. Uncross the ankles. Round your back. Breathe up your spine. And then come back to neutral spine, table position. Bring your left forearm down. Slide your right arm forward. Drop your chest and your armpit. Try your best to keep the arm straight. If the elbow bends, then it's not as much of a stretch. Let your head relax down and then pull your right hip back. See if the breath opens up into that space that you're making here. And then walk that right hand over to the left side. Move your hips to the left, like you're trying to lift your left hip up toward your left shoulder. Keep watching your breathing. And then bring that right hand back next to the left hand. Lift your head. Slide that left arm behind the left wrist, coming all the way down onto the shoulder. Cross your ankles. Take a breath in. Exhale, press into your right hand. Roll to the back of your head. And then send the right arm up, maybe even back. And squeeze the ankles as you inhale. And relax into the twist as you exhale. Even though you're twisting, see if you can still breathe belly, ribs, chest. Return the hand down. Press yourself up. Release the ankles and round your back again into cat pose. Feel the breath coming into your back body. And then come back to neutral spine, please. Keep your hips over your knees and walk both hands forward, coming into a full puppy pose. Resting either on the forehead, or if you can, on the chin, or even on the cheek. And then just imagine that somebody were sitting on your back and sinking it down. See if you can still breathe, belly, ribs, chest. And turn your head the other way if you have it on your, if you're on your cheek. If you're on your cheek, come center. Then we'll all lift the head and bring the hips down. Bend the elbows and rest them under the shoulders, coming into Sphinx pose. Hands shoulder width apart. You want to press your hips down into the ground. Now, And then pull back with your hands and forearms and try to draw your back ribs forward. Roll your eyes up. Can you breathe into that little notch that's between the two collarbones? And then we're going to lower down, stack the hands, and rest the forehead on stacked hands. Let the heels fall out or in, whichever feels more relaxing. You feel the body breathing into the ground. And then press the hips and pelvis into the ground. And inhale and lift the hands, elbows, head off the ground. If this is too hard, you can keep your hands on the ground. Otherwise, rest your forehead on your hands and lift your hands. Deepen your breath and let that lift you even more. And then rest down. Again, let the legs relax. Feel the way the body's breathing with the earth. You can maybe visualize what kind of recycling you would like to happen here. So you can release whatever is waste into the earth, let it repurpose it, and as you inhale, you can breathe in whatever you need. And then pressing the hips and pelvis into the ground again. We're going to lift the hands just like we did before. And then I'm going to give you some options. Option 1 is to stay like that. Option 2 is to have the hands down to make it easier. Option 3, send the arms back. And the hardest option is to send the arms forward. And then breathe deep enough that it floats your chest up off the ground by one more set of ribs. And stack the hands, rest the forehead, rest the legs, rest the body. And then bring your hands under your shoulders, press your hips back, coming into mecha pose, pushing hands forward, lengthening the spine, dropping the head, breathing into the back body. Keep your hands where they are. Lift your hips. So the hands stay. The hands are in front of the shoulders when you lift the hips. Coming back up, just keeping the hands where they were. And spread the fingers wide, curl the toes. And then on an exhale, we're going to lift the knees, but keep them bent and send the ribs back toward the thighs with the bent legs. Just like we did in puppy pose, take a breath in. And then when you exhale, drop the ribs, drop the chest, drop the head. Push forward into the hands. See if that lengthens the hips back a little more. And then press down into the left heel. Keeping the right leg bent. Roll the shoulders down the back. Bend the knees. Lay the ribs down. And then straighten the right leg. Press the hips back. Release the head down. Good. And then walk the feet up to the hands. Tuck the chin, bend the knees, slowly roll yourself up. Send the arms up as you inhale. Turn the palms to face forward. Press down into the feet. Lift up through the fingertips as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, send the hips forward and the fingers back, gazing at your fingertips. Push down into the soles of your feet. With each inhale, lift your heart. And then release the arms, fold forward, bringing your hands behind the backs of your legs, dropping the hands down, dropping the head down. Push down into your feet, lift up through the creases at the tops of your thighs. Inhale and press the legs into the hands. Exhale, press the hands into the legs. Inhale, legs press back. Exhale, hands press in. And just continue like that. Unless it doesn't serve you, of course, then let it go. And then release the hands, soften the knees, tuck the chin, roll yourself up again. Reach the arms up, inhale. Bring the palms together, bend the elbows and lower your thumbs to your upper back. Slide the thumbs down as far as you can, stretching those upper arms. Feel how much space is in your ribs for your breath. And then clasp your hands behind the back of your head and drop your chin down with your elbows hanging down toward the ground. As you inhale, lift your chest to meet your chin. As you exhale, let your chin meet your chest. So we're not moving the head, we're keeping the head down, keeping the elbows down. But we're going to try to avoid rounding the back. So it's not this. It's the back straight and tall and just the head drop. So the inhale, focus lifting the chest, and that'll keep you from rounding your back. Keeping the elbows hanging down so that they're heavy. Beautiful. And then as you inhale, press the clasped hands up. And then take them over to the left. Maybe letting your head rest on your left arm if that's available. Turning your gaze up if you can. Push down into your right foot strongly. And then use your left hand to kind of lengthen out of the right arm. Pushing. Now slow the breathing down. Let it be long and streaming through the side body. As you exhale, let the weight of your body drop into it even deeper. On an inhale, lift up. Exhale the other way. Send your hips left, send your arms right. Drop your head, roll your gaze up. Press out through the hands, lengthen, breathe. Inhale up. Exhale, release down. Roll the shoulders. And relax the shoulders. Let the eyes close. Lift the toes and spread them wide and lower them back down. Bring weight into your left leg. Feeling your whole body shifting so that it lines up over that left foot. And feel the left foot. See if there's more weight on your heel or maybe on your baby toe or on your big toe. And orient yourself in space until it feels like there's equal weight under the big toe, under the baby toe, and in the heel. So you're creating a perfect tripod that anything can balance on. And then connect with the feel of your breath. Slow and even inhale and exhale. Stay connected to the breath and open the eyes. Look at a spot in front of you. And then when you're ready, lift the right knee up and take it with your hands. Roll the shoulders down and pull the belly in. If you need to hold on to something, that's fine too. Lift tall through the crown of the head. So we're really wanting to lengthen the back here, kind of as a counter stretch. So if you need to hold on, just hold on and still lift the knee. And then release and step that right foot all the way back. We'll have the heel off the ground and the foot facing forward. So right foot is back. Oh, I see. You don't see me and you didn't hear me. So that's why you're not doing it. Okay. Right foot is back. Left leg is bent. And then lower your hips as low as they'll go. And then you might need to make your stance a little longer. If you lower your hips and the knee comes in front of the ankle, then just move your front foot forward more so that the knee is over the ankle. Good. We're going to take Venus lock, interlacing the thumbs. Notice which thumb is on top. Send the arms up. Pull the hands apart. Bring the tailbone forward. Beautiful. Release and bring the right hand down to the ground. Send the left arm up. It's okay if the back knee needs to come onto the ground to modify. Left arm up for the twist. Rotate at the belly, not at the shoulder. Maybe dropping that right hip down will help. Breathing, of course, always helps. Good. And then lower that left hand down. Step the right foot up. Tuck the chin, roll yourself up. Reach up, inhale. Exhale down. Close the eyes if you can. If the breath has gotten away from you, bring it back. And then shift weight into the right foot. Lift tall through the crown of the head. Feel the bottom of your right foot and orient yourself in space so that you're on 3 points of a triangle on the bottom of that foot. If any part of your foot is bearing more weight, that's the direction you're going to fall into. And then create a nice steady rhythm of your breathing and see if you can stay connected to the rhythm of your breath, even as you open your eyes, looking at one spot ahead of you. When you're ready, lift the left knee. Pull it in and up. Pull the belly in and down. If you're holding on, just use your free hand to lift the knee. And really press down into your standing leg to get tall. Breathe. Good. Release and step the left leg back. Keep the heel off the ground, the back foot facing forward. Bend your front knee. And then as you lower, check in and see if the knee has gone past your ankle. And if it has, you need a longer stance. Good. Now we'll take Venus lock with the opposite thumb on the outside. If you don't remember which one you did before, just do whichever one is less natural for you. Lifting the arms up. It's a little bit of a balance challenge. So if you focus on your breath and focus on one spot, that helps. And of course, if you're in the Venus lock, pull the hands apart. See how that affects your chest, your breathing. Beautiful. Release and bring the left hand down onto the ground. It's okay if that left knee needs to come down. We're going to turn the ribs and belly to the right and send that right arm up. So we're not doing it in the shoulder. The arm is just a natural extension of the rest of the body. We're turning the body, even if it means dropping that left hip a little more. Good. And then bring that right hand down. Bring the left knee down. Hands are inside the foot. And then bring the right arm kind of behind the right foot. And then we're just going to rock from side to side here, letting the knee drop and lift, drop and lift. So you're going to lift the inner edge of the foot in order to drop the leg down and then come back. So you want your back knee far enough back so that you're in a lunge, and so that the knee lines up roughly over the ankle, the front knee, rocking side to side. Good. And then we're going to let that right knee come down to the right and stay there without moving the placement of the foot. So just let the right knee fall out to the right as much as it can. And then inhale. And then exhale, take weight out of your hands and sink your hips. So your hands are still on the ground, of course, but you're just going to have them not have so much pressure in them. Stay connected to your breath. Good. And then lift up. Send that right leg back. Place the left foot forward, keeping it on the outside of the left hand. You want it to be far enough forward so that you can drop your hips and still have the knee line up over the ankle. And then we'll rock, moving off the ball of the foot and then back. Rock, back, rock. And then let that left knee come down, keeping the foot where it is. Taking a breath in and lifting the chest. And then take weight out of your hands, letting the hips sink down. Breathe in, breathe out. Every exhale, less weight in the hands. And then come back. Send your leg back. And then come into child's pose, folding your arms alongside your body. If your forehead doesn't come to the ground, then please rest your head on your hands or your fists. You don't want to sacrifice lifting the hips up away from the heels just so the head can touch. You want the hips to come back as far down as they'll go. And then let the shoulders relax over the legs. Feeling each breath and just letting go of everything. Just being the breath. See if you can even let go of the idea that it's your breath and just feel breath. Then have the hands under the shoulders to slowly lift yourself up. And if you're able to sit on knees, sit on feet, stay like this in rock pose. If it would help you to put a cushion of some sort right there in the creases behind the knees, that might take the strain out of the knees. Yeah, or a rolled up towel's great. And if it's not available to you to sit like this, just come into a cross-legged position or easy pose with the ankles crossed. That's fine. We're going to finish our neck stretches. We're going to bring that left hand either under the left shin, or if your torso is long and your arm is short, then you just put it under the left thigh. You just want to be able to tuck it so that it's really kind of secure. And then bring the right arm up, inhale. Exhale the hand to the outside of your head on the left, and then drop your head to the right, letting an imaginary 20-pound weight hang off of your left elbow, your right elbow. And then lift the spine as tall as you can. So if you have the hand under your shin and that's causing you to not be able to lift your spine tall, then please put it under the thigh instead. You don't want to have to be bent in this posture. You want to be upright. But you want the arm to be straight. If the elbow is bent, then that's not really doing anything. The idea is that it's pulling the shoulder down. So if the elbow is bent, that means you have slack and there's no pulling. Okay. And bring the hand to the right side of the head and lift the head up and release down. And most of us will be the same on the right side as the left. We're not completely even, but usually our arms are the same length. So we're thereabout. So whatever you did on the one side, do on the other side. Lift the left arm up, bring it to the right side of your head, and drop your head to the left. Good. And then suspend a bowling ball from that left elbow. Woof, drop. And then lift tall through the chest. See if you can lift the chest without lifting the elbow. So you're keeping the elbow down and then lifting the chest, deepening that stretch. The left ear drop to the left shoulder. And then the left hand to the left side of the head. Lift your head up. Release your hands. Good. And then come off your feet. Point and flex your toes. Circle the feet around at the ankles. Circle the other way. And bend the knees and come onto your back. Lift your hips to tuck them under and then lower the hips back down. And then release the legs and shake them out. If you have a night pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. And then let the arms rest out away from the body with the palms up. Closing the eyes if you can. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, parting the lips, relaxing the tongue and mouth. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, letting go of the contents of the mind. Letting the mind rest on the feel of the breath. And then letting go of the breath so that the breath breathes for you. And you just receive it. And with each breath, staying connected to the gift of this life. Just feeling the breath with a sense of appreciation, exactly the way it is. If thoughts come along and you notice them, just let them drift off like clouds in the sky, coming back to the breath again and again, deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock side to side. Feeling the ground, massaging your back. And then come center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Feet in the air, rubbing. And then roll to your side. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body on the ground. Rest your mind in the preciousness of this moment. No matter what's here, no other moment is like this one. Take it in. And then slowly press yourself up to sitting any way that you're comfortable. Sinking down into the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.